Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this very pretty colourwork granny square. It's only 4 rounds, so nice and quick to make up, and all you need is 2 different colours of yarn to really show off this gorgeous pattern. So if you know how to make a granny square and you're looking for a little bit of a different look, then stay tuned. This video is for you. To begin, start with a magic ring. Then chain 3. If you absolutely detest a magic ring, you can always substitute this out for chaining 4 and then join with a slip stitch to that very first chain to form your ring. Work 2 double crochets into that ring. Chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets back into the magic ring. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the ring. Chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets into the ring. Chain 2 and join with a slip stitch to the top of that first chain 3 that you made. Then fasten off your yarn. For me, I like to chain 1. Snip your yarn, leaving a long tail to weave in. Pull that tight, and then you can go ahead and close up the magic ring at the back. Now with your next color of yarn, we're going to join it into any of these chain 2 spaces. Now you can join your yarn however you like. I personally like to join it with a slip knot, so I'm just going to pop a slip knot onto my hook and pull that to the front. Chain 3. And work 2 double crochet into this chain 2 space. Chain 2 and work 3 double crochet back into that exact same chain space. So we're forming a new corner in the corner. Then in your next chain 2 space, work a corner, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into that same spot. Work a corner into the 2 remaining corner spaces. The corner consists of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, all into the same place. To end the round, we're going to slip stitch to the top of that chain 3 that you made right in the very beginning. Then slip stitch into this second double crochet that you made. Slip stitch into that third double crochet. Your chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And then we are going to slip stitch into this corner space, and we're also going to draw through our next color, the same as the center one, to begin the color work. So I'm going to pop my hook in. I'm going to drop the white yarn at the back, bring back my colored yarn, put that over the hook, and draw that through and onto the slip stitch. Now let me get that tail of that colored yarn out of the way. So I have my white yarn and this colored yarn attached to the balls of yarn themselves. So they're still attached to the balls. And I'm going to work over and sandwich in whatever color I am not currently using. So when I'm not using my Picasso, this rainbow yarn here, I'm going to carry it along. And when I'm not using the white, I'm going to carry that along. Now I'm switching to the Picasso. So keep the white at the back, and you sort of want to lie it along your stitches. So as we crochet, we're crocheting over the white strand as well as working our stitches into the corner space. So with my Picasso, I'm working over the white strand. I'm going to chain 3, which counts as my first double crochet stitch. Then work 2 double crochets into that chain space, working over your white strand. Chain 2 and work 2 double crochets back into that corner space. Now I need to make 1 more double crochet, and I'm going to change color on that stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, pull up my yarn, got 3 loops, yarn over, draw through 2. Now I'm going to drop the Picasso, this rainbow yarn, just drop it, and I'm going to pick up the white, which I sandwiched over, and I'm going to complete the yarn over with the white. So I've changed to white. Now I'm going to float this Picasso yarn at the back. I'm going to work 2 double crochets in white and crochet over the rainbow yarn at the same time. Now I need 1 more double crochet, and I need to change color back to this rainbow yarn. So I'm going to begin the stitch, and then when I just have 2 loops remaining, I'm going to drop the white, pick up the Picasso. Now you might want to pull it a bit snug, make sure that it's a bit snug, but don't pull it too tight that you distort your stitches. Bring that up and complete the white stitch. Now I'm going to bring my white strand along, and we're going to switch back to the rainbow yarn and work a corner. So 3 double crochet. You can see I'm just floating it. 1, 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and now I'm going to work 2 double crochets back into this corner with my rainbow yarn. I need 1 more double crochet, and I'm going to switch back to white on that stitch. So I'm going to begin my stitch. When I have 2 loops remaining, I'm going to drop the rainbow yarn, switch back to the white, give it a little slight pull just to make sure it's not too baggy at the back, but not too much. It's a delicate balance, and then complete the stitch. Now again, working over the rainbow yarn, I've got a side cluster here. Work 2 double crochets in white, Then on the third double crochet, switch back to the rainbow. Then I'm at the corner and working over, now careful you don't get too tangled, working over my white yarn. I'm going to work in the rainbow yarn 3 double crochets, I'm always sandwiching in the yarn I'm not working with. Chain 2, work 2 double crochets in the rainbow yarn, I need 1 more double crochet and I'm going to change colour on that final stitch. So once I've got 2 loops, drop the coloured yarn, finish the stitch with the white, carry the coloured yarn across, work 2 double crochets in white, and on the third, change colour back to the rainbow yarn. Into the corner, work 3 double crochets in the rainbow yarn, chain 2, work 2 double crochets in the rainbow yarn, and then 1 more double crochet where I'm going to switch back to the white. So I'm going to drop my Picasso yarn and yarn over and complete the stitch with the white. Then work 2 double crochets in white, and then change back to rainbow yarn on that third double crochet. So drop the white, now slip stitch with the rainbow yarn to the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So I'm just going to slip stitch in there. And before I do that slip stitch, I just want to bring up the white yarn and put it over my hook, just so I'm lifting it up a row. Slip stitch with the rainbow, but you can see how I've trapped the white and lifted it up to the new row. So with my rainbow yarn for round 4, which is the final round, I'm going to chain 3 and then work 1 double crochet back into this space where I just slip stitched, so not the corner on this side. I'm going to work 1 double crochet. Then I'm going to work 1 more double crochet and I'm going to switch back to the white. So I'm going to drop the rainbow and yarn over with the white. Carry the Picasso rainbow yarn. Untangle your balls of yarn if you have to. And work 3 double crochets in white. Chain 2 and work 2 double crochets in white. Then work 1 more double crochet and change back to the rainbow yarn. Now carrying the white along the back, I'm going to work 3 double crochets into the next space. Now if you want to, you can crochet over, if you can see your little carried tail, you can crochet over that if you want to lift it up a bit and disguise it. So we're crocheting over everything now at this point, but that is optional. You don't have to. It just slightly disguises it a little bit, but again, totally optional. You don't have to. If you just leave it, you barely notice it. You can see here, you can't really see it. Then into the next space, we're going to work 2 rainbow and then on the 3rd double crochet rainbow stitch, switch back to the white. Then into the corner, work 3 white double crochets. Again, I'm still carrying this rainbow yarn with me, working over it. Chain 2, work 2 white double crochet stitches, and then work your 3rd and change color back to the rainbow. Onto this side section. I won't pick up that tab on this one just to show you the difference between picking it up and not picking it up. Work 3 double crochets in your rainbow colored yarn. So you can see here I haven't scooped up that strand as well. So that's what it looks like if you don't. That's what it looks like if you do. So that's if you don't. I obviously prefer the look of if you do, so let me just redo those. And I will catch that loop as well. So I'm catching that yellow strand as well. Just helps disguise them a little bit, I think. But as I say, totally optional, you don't have to. Then into the next space, you can see I don't bother picking them up with the white because you barely notice the white one. I'm going to work 2 double crochets with my colored yarn, and then the 3rd one I'm going to switch back to the white. Let me just show you this really briefly here. So these colored ones are far more noticeable, these colored carried strands, which is why I like to crochet over them, but the white ones not so much, so I leave those. You really don't see them at all. So you can see them if you look for them, and on the back you barely really notice. There's the odd bit of, if I show you another one, it's an odd bit of color carrying, but you at a glance you don't see it. Look, you don't, unless you're looking for it, you don't see it. And it just saves on so many ends. If you were to cut your yarn every single time you wanted, you would be left with so many yarn ends, whereas this is just the 4 yarn ends from the start of your work, and then that's it. We're still working with the same 2 yarns attached. So back into the corner over here, we're going to do 3 white double crochets, chain 2, work 2 white double crochets, and then on the 3rd one change color back to the rainbow. Work 3 rainbow double crochets. Again, see how I picked up that orange strand there just to disguise it. That's 1, 2, 3, and move across to the next. Work 2 complete double crochets in your rainbow colored yarn, and then on the 3rd drop the rainbow colored yarn and finish the stitch with the white. Then into the corner, we're at the last corner now. Work 3 double crochets in white, chain 2, work 2 double crochets in white, and then work your third, but drop the white and finish the stitch with a rainbow. Now you do not need to carry on carrying the white at this point. You can cut the end. Leave a decent tail for weaving in, because we are nearly finished with our little square. And to finish, work 3 double crochets into this side section here with your rainbow yarn. I'm going to pick up that pink strand. Can you see how I'm grabbing that as well? Work 3 double crochets, and then join with a slip stitch to the top of that chain 3 that you started with. Then finish off, for me that's a chain 1, snip the yarn, pull it up, out, through, and your little colourwork square is complete. You've just got 6 yarn ends to weave in and you're done. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you go on to make fun little colour change squares. They're really pretty. They're only 4 rounds, and when you put them together you can make some really fantastic shapes with these, some really beautiful patterns for a finished blanket. They're just perfect. So if you found this tutorial helpful, please do give me a big thumbs up, and until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.